Hello, my name is Matthew, and you can see Andy behind me. And again, I'm going into work a little bit later, and so I had time to think this morning. I was reflecting on a wonderful evening visitor yesterday. My mom called me, a little bit of a surprise because it was much later in the day. It was getting close to sunset. My mom said, "Would you like some company?" And my mom had little Gussie with her. And Augustus is our old friend, a little miniature schnauzer. My parents have two 10-year-old miniature schnauzers. And Gussie has diabetes, and he's aging considerably faster than his little brother Huckleberry. And the reason for the surprise evening visit was my mom had to drive all over town finding a certain prescription food for Gussie. And every month, every few weeks, for the past year, every time I visit my parents and spend time with Huck and Gus, Gussie has gone completely blind at this point. And I remember maybe 9 months ago seeing those little flecks of white in the part of one eye, and seeing that grow. Now I saw Gus last night. He's completely blind, and his eyes look like white, cloudy marbles. He's also lost an incredible amount of weight. It looks like he's skin and bones. He's happy. The doctors say he's comfortable. He's not in pain. He's not confused. He still has all of his other senses. He can get around. He knows where my mom and dad are. Knows that he's safe. He knows. He always knows where Huckleberry is. He can hop up on the couch still with a little bit more effort now. He sleeps a lot. And my mom pulled down the driveway, and there's Gussie in his little dog seat in the passenger side of the car. Um, and my mom didn't even have to roll the window down for Gussie to express his excitement. I picked him up like a little baby. He had his leash on, and we went for a walk. And it was my mom and myself. It was slightly raining, and little Gussie on the leash, exploring the field outside of the house. And it was very sweet. Gussie is such a lovable, happy little dog. This morning, Andy over here, Andy's maybe 3.5 at this point. So he's a cat in the prime of his life. He has many, many years ahead of him for being a happy, healthy, robust adult cat. And when he was a kitten, he was so playful and energetic. He would spend so much time having fun with his toys, and my house is littered with cat toys. And of course, like kittens that grow into cats, eventually he lost interest, and I would be the one playing with the cat toys while Andy looks at me confused and bored with my theatrics. And so I was so just enamored and surprised and happy to see that kitty spirit energizing Andy. And he discovered one of his cat toys, which I haven't seen in months. and he's carrying it around in his mouth, throwing it up in the air, batting it around. It's nearly destroyed, and here it is. It's a little chili pepper, chili pepper red mouse. Andy. I don't know if you can see it. And he was having such a good time with this little thing. Uh, kind of having a moment of when he was a kitten. And I was having that moment, enjoying my time, being able to enjoy being home in the morning before I go to work. And I remember, I remember Andy and Daphne as a kitten. But Huckleberry and Gus, they're both 10 years old. And I adopted Huckleberry and Gus for my dad. I picked them up. There was a couple that I met that were on a military base. And I picked up Huck and Gus, these two little baby puppy miniature schnauzers. You could hold each one of them in your hand like little baked potatoes. They were so tiny. And my mom and dad, myself, have got to watch them grow up, to be able to be a part and experience the whole of their lives. And they're still, they have many more years to go, but Gus is feeling a little bit older now. And the catalyst, the reason that I had such a desire to bring these puppies, bring these dogs, our little friends, into our lives and my dad's life, is before we had Huck and Gus, I had a cat of my own that lived in the house. He was a Maine Coon as well. It was one of the reasons I had such a desire to be on the lookout for Maine Coons when I had moved into the tiny house. And he was my best little friend. And when he was in our house, my dad was retired at the time, and his name was Syphil. And Syphil was my dad's little buddy. Syphil had gotten sick. He was older. He lost a lot of weight. Most of his days were spent sleeping. Barely got to the point we could barely drink or eat. And I was with him to the very end of his life. And I knew that my dad missed him. And after a period of time, I found Huck and Gus, and it's at the point where I'm old enough to recognize these cycles. Little kittens, little puppies that are completely vulnerable and have nothing but love and affection and playfulness and joy to express. Animals that are in the prime of their lives, that are happy and recognize that they are safe and comfortable and want companionship. And Andy and Daphne, they miss me when I leave the house. Huckleberry and Gus, they miss my parents when they leave the house. And to spend time with animals, our little friends, when they get older and sick and start to die. And to still be there and see in Gussie's blind little eyes that he's still so much part of our family, and we're all there for him, and he knows that. I've been thinking of all of that this morning. I don't think I would have if it wasn't for Andy just wanting to feel like a kitten for a half hour this morning with this little chili pepper mouse. So not a book related video, but just some wistful thoughts of um, my animal friends. So let me know if you have any thoughts, any stories about pets of your own, if you would like. Thank you for watching, and take care.